Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today, now talking about the next set of games to talk about. I'm probably going to do a little rerun over the games, so obviously talking about the games from yesterday. I'll probably do Thursday's games all over again. My head is so muddled right now. If you watched yesterday's video, you can probably see why my head is so muddled, because I had quite a bit to drink because of the England game. However, let's talk about yesterday's games, which were Poland versus Austria, France versus Netherlands, and Slovakia versus Ukraine. And we're going to start with that Netherlands versus France game for the fact of it was our first 0-0 of the tournament, our first game without any goals. But there was a goal. It just didn't count. Xavi Simons thought he had scored a massive goal for the Netherlands. It would have put the Netherlands top of this group, but he could not. He couldn't do it. It just didn't happen for him. Netherlands and France drew 0-0. It puts them both on 4 points after they won the first game. So it's all down to play for still in that last game. Obviously, Xavi Simons' goal was disallowed because of an offside, not from the player touching it, from the player disrupting the goalkeeper, and that's what caused it to be classified as offside. Apart from that, it was quite a dull game. It was a predictable 0-0. You could have easily said this game was going to be 0-0 for the fact of, you know, Mbappe wasn't playing. The attacks didn't really look strong enough anyway in the last game, and both defences looked quite strong in the last game. So it's kind of one of them was like, right, they both got a good defence, they both got a bad attack. This has got 0-0 all over it. Or, you know, a moment of magic, which I thought Xavi Simons had produced, but he hadn't. So both of them are on 4 points now, with, you know, a lot to play for in that last game. Poland versus Austria, however, one of these teams could make up ground on the Netherlands and France by putting themselves a point just away from them with a win, and Austria did exactly that with a 3-1 win. We started with 1-1 with Trauner scoring in the 9th minute very early on, and Piatek, if you remember him from those AC Milan days, getting an equaliser in the first half. That first half ended 1-1, and you thought, oh, you know what, Poland might be able to get some out of it, but they couldn't, because and I really do think England can take a note of Austria's book here. I think we tried it with Southgate, of someone who's been heavily involved in the youth development of players in this country, coming into and taking over as a manager. Rangnick has done that to perfection, because he was in charge of Salzburg's youth project, which was to bring through Austrian players and develop them, and it's done it really well, because all these players have come through now and know how Rangnick wants to play, and now he's the manager of the national team, so they really know how to need to play with each other, and they can fit together quite well, quite easily, quite quickly. But obviously I'd say it's easy said than done for a country like Austria, where there's not a lot of good teams in there, and Salzburg are going to dominate the league most years, compared to England, where there's loads of massive teams, and it's hard to say one club should develop them all. I mean, you know, you got quite a few players from Chelsea have come through, so, and United, and, you know, I'd say they're the two biggest ones for English players. I think West Ham have done quite a bit in contribution, so someone who's been involved in the youth setups there might be good to have in the England camp, and, you know, directing us into a path. And Arnautovic making it 3-1 anyway with that last goal. Baumgartner getting the second one, sorry, I forgot to say that. He's the one that I was wanting to speak about, that has been under Rangnick, knows how Rangnick wants to play, and is doing it to perfection in this tournament. And Austria can maybe a bit of a slide over, playing Netherlands in that last game, and if they play like that they did today, then they will get a result against the Netherlands, and, you know, finish high in this group, depending on what France do against Poland. But I think France will beat Poland. I think it'll be France, Austria, Netherlands, Poland in the bottom. In terms of Slovakia, Ukraine, it sees us into Group E now. Obviously, we're waiting for Belgium, that will get played tonight at 8 o'clock. But Ukraine versus Slovakia, it's a big game. Slovakia won their first game. Ukraine lost their last game. But with a big change in net, we're going from Lunin, who's just won the Champions League, to Trubin in net, and he had a good game. He had a really good game. He hit some really vital saves. Schran scored the opening goal for Slovakia again. You know, obviously the guy who scored the goal last time to help him beat Belgium. But Sharpenko and Yaremchuk getting the goals here to see a massive win for Ukraine. And Ukraine now has to play Belgium, and we'll see what it can do against Belgium. Obviously, we'll see what Belgium do tonight, but I think Belgium might end this tournament with 0 points after that defeat to Slovakia, and they will be the biggest flop to this tournament if they do that. But it's all up to chase for. I think it will be still Romania, Ukraine, now Slovakia, Belgium. I didn't have it all the way around in my predictions, But now I just can't see this Belgian team getting a win. I'll wait and see. I might get proven wrong today. Right, and on to my quick recap of Thursday's games that I did not go through properly. I've not watched the video. I don't want to watch the video. It's a bit of a moment for me. But Spain played Italy with Calafiori scoring an own goal. Quite unlucky from him, but an own goal is an own goal, and it cost Spain the win. And we see Spain now go top of Group B, with Italy now in second after their win in the first game. And then Group C, we saw it heat up a bit as Slovenia and Serbia both drew, putting Slovenia on 2 points, putting Serbia on 1 point. Denmark, obviously England drew 1-1, putting Denmark on 2 points as well, and then England on a nice and tasty 4 points, which puts it all down to that final game. England need to beat Slovenia in their final game to do something. Denmark need to beat Serbia to try and push on to England. Serbia need to win to keep themselves in the tournament, and Slovenia need to get a result against England to have the chance of keeping themselves in the tournament. It's all going to be a very hectic day on Tuesday, and I'm kind of a bit iffy about it, about how it's going to feel. Obviously Kane getting his first goal of the tournament, we'll wait and see if he can get any more. But the scenes were there for Serbia as Jovic scored in the 95th minute to get a 1-1 draw there for Serbia. Otherwise, Slovenia would have been on our doorstep and on level points with England going into that final game. But we've been in this place before, and we've been saved before. I think it was Defoe that scored the goal last time we played Slovenia in a must-win match to get out of the group. So, Defoe, if you want to come retirement, that'll do me. But yeah, that is the end of today's video now, guys. I do thank you for watching. I do apologise for yesterday's video. If you have liked the video, please leave a like. You want to see more, subscribe, because there's more on this channel every single day. And going on a past track record, it goes better every day apparently, because it's a lot better than yesterday's video is today's. Thank you for watching, guys, and hopefully I do see you next time. Cheers.